Amazon takes a cut of almost everything, but SellerAmp shows you how much they're taking and exactly what you're keeping. In today's video, I'm gonna be showing you guys how to read the fees on SellerAmp so you never get blindsided by fees again. If you're new to this YouTube channel, make sure to go ahead and subscribe to SellerAmp's YouTube channel. There is a lot of informational video tutorials on here. So if you haven't already, make sure to like this video up. Let's just get straight into it. So I just have my computer here. So if you see me looking down, that's because I'm on my computer showing you guys how you're going to be able to see all of the Amazon fees that they're going to be charging from you. So specifically, we're going to be opening up 2 listings for example today. And first up, we have this Dr. Teal's Comfort Pure Epsom Salt. It's actually a duo. It's the salt and the foaming bath product. So as we can tell on the right side of the screen, first of all, make sure you sign up for SellerAmp on selleramp.com/jazz. You can actually try it for free for 14 days. So make sure to go there if you haven't already. Once you download SellerAmp, you're gonna see it pop up on Amazon within your Google Chrome extensions. So anytime you're on an Amazon listing, it's gonna pop up right on the right-hand side. So off the rip, first things first, I'm just gonna want you guys to go straight to the settings within SellerAmp. Now, what we're gonna do is we're gonna make sure that we're including our inbound FBA shipping. So this is specifically for FBA, okay? And then we'll kind of go over how to do it with FBM. So with FBA, usually I do recommend $1.60. It really just depends on how much products you're shipping out to Amazon in one go and how much time you are, shipping out products. So usually $1.60 within Q1, Q2, and Q3. And then within Q4, usually the fees do become a little higher. So I would say $1.75. I'm actually shooting this video in Q4, so I'm just gonna go ahead and upload it as $1.75. And like I said, it all just depends on how much you're shipping out to Amazon in one go. If you're shipping out multiple products, then you are going to be charged less for shipping. But if you're doing very small shipments every week or every other week, you are gonna be charged a little more. You have to keep in mind that the math with including inbound placement is already included in the $1.75 or the $1.60. So I make sure to use the Amazon optimized splits. That's exactly how I do it. I'm pretty sure other sellers do it a little different, but I make sure to just click Amazon optimized splits, so then it doesn't charge me or doesn't, include a placement fee in the SellerAmp settings when I'm already including that into the $1.75 or the $1.60, right? So we just wanna make sure we have that. Then you're gonna exit out, refresh the page. I'll refresh the page for this one as well. And then now it's gonna be updated. So we're just gonna click the extension again, and then it's gonna pop up with our fees. So we're gonna scroll down. Let's just say, for example, $26.87 is what it's going for. Let's just say, let's lower this a little more since we've included our fees. Actually, I forgot to show you guys something, right? So if you have someone prepping for you, right, then you're gonna wanna include their prep costs. If you are prepping all of your units yourself, which you most likely are as a beginner, then you can just make sure that all of these are in the 0 range. Now, if you have any additional costs, like if you hire someone for prep, if you pay taxes for like sales tax, if you don't have a reseller certificate, you can input the percentage here, or any miscellaneous fee. If you're under the individual selling account on Amazon, then you're gonna have to include that dollar right here. But if not, if none of that applies to you, then you're just going to take that out and refresh. You don't have to click save or anything. It's already auto saves. So then you're just gonna refresh it, and then it's gonna populate the actual percentage with ROI and profit. Now, with all the fees combined that we're gonna be going over today, you have to make sure to include your cost price. So I think cost price is something that a lot of people forget about, but cost price is basically how much you spend on the product. So that's gonna be the one of the most important fees that you have to include, because you're not getting the product for free. So let me just go ahead and refresh this one as well. So you're going to input how much you spent on the product. So if you found this, let's just say, for example, let's use this since the max cost is $285. Let's say that we bought it for $2.75. I know that's not realistic for this product, but it's just an example for today. So $2.75, and we're selling it for $26.87. Now, you guys probably may think that you're gonna be getting like a good amount of profit, $10, $15 profit, but in this scenario, with all these fees included, we're only gonna be making about $2 profit and 76% ROI. That's still basically technically good, because you're only spending $2.75 and you're making that back plus $2.10 and 76% return on investment. Usually you want at least 25% ROI. So we're gonna scroll down and actually see exactly what we're gonna be charged for fees for this product. These are actually like estimations. Remember, the inbound shipping is an estimation because you don't know exactly if you're gonna be charged $1.75, what we have on here. Maybe if you have a larger shipment, you're gonna be charged less, but this is an estimation. But you always wanna range at its highest point, because if you range low, or let's say that you're estimating $1 in your settings, but you actually were charged $1.60, now that's gonna eat into your profit, right? That's for the shipping. So all the fees, this is the very high fee product, I'm not gonna lie, but I guess it is pretty heavy. Usually the fees go based off of the actual category of the product with Amazon, and also the weights and dimensions and stuff like that. So this is actually a 5-pound product. That's why I have 2 examples here, because I want to show you guys. Fees usually aren't that large, but this is a heavy product just because the bag itself is 3 pounds, and then the other one is, you know, 34 fluid ounces. So it is a 5-pound product. So that is something that you have to keep in mind. But even though the numbers still do look good on this end, but the total fees for this product estimate would be $22. Amazon is getting $22 basically for every unit that you sell, and you're getting $2.10, right? So including all this, we have first the referral fee. The referral fee is basically the fee that they charge every Amazon seller because you're able to sell on Amazon's platform. They're basically referring you to get, you know, sales from their millions of Prime customers. So that's $4.03. Okay, also have to remember too that with the total fees and all these fees combined, it's going based off of the sale price. So if I change my sale price to, let's say, 28, before it was $26.87, so the total fees would be $22.02. Let's just say I actually were to sell this at $30. Now the total fees is $22.49. So the more money you make, the more money they make as well. But let's just go by, based off of the buy box price currently, which is $26.87, as we can tell here. So $26.87, the total fees estimate would be $22.02. Like I said, the referral fee, $4.03. Keep in mind, it's all based off of the product itself. Not all fees are gonna be the same, right? So if I go to this one right now and I scroll down, the total fees for this one is $9.04, not that bad. Okay, so with this one, and this is just some clothes. So with this one, the FBA fee is something that we have to keep in mind as well. So within the FBA fee, it's going to charge us $8.34. So these fees are usually very accurate. The only one that's kind of like an estimate is the shipping, because we don't know exactly how much we're being charged yet because we haven't shipped it out to Amazon yet, right? So these would be the fees. Now, what you can include is the storage, because right when you send products to Amazon, they do start charging storage fees. It's nothing too large, but after 3 months, especially if your products haven't sold within 3 months, you are going to want to get it sent back, or you're going to want to tank your price or dispose of it or liquidate it or somehow, just because then they do start charging hefty storage fees, and it's by like cubic feet or whatever. So let's just say that you plan on selling this, let's say within 2 months or a month, whatever, then it will also include the storage fee as well. So 29 cents, that's perfectly fine. If you think that you're gonna sell it within a month, then you can put 1 month and then leave it at 15 cents. But like I said, it's all just up to the product itself, okay? Now the miscellaneous fees, all these say 0 because we didn't have any miscellaneous fees in our settings. But if you do, remember, if you have someone prepping for you and you pay them, you have to include that. And that's pretty much it, right? So let's go to this one and let's see how much this one would be. So our cost price, let's just say is $9. We're selling it for $21.50. We scroll down and we see that the total fees for this product, if I sell it at $21.50, an estimate would be $9.04. The referral fee would be $3.23. FBA fee, I didn't really explain it, but I can just easily explain it. FBA fee is basically if you're getting Amazon to do most of the work, then yes, they're gonna take an even better cut, an even bigger cut. And if you want to avoid the FBA fee, all you need to do is just switch over to FBM, but you have to fulfill the customer service, and now you have to include FBM shipping costs, which we will go over right after. So the FBA fee was $5.20. If we add in, let's say that it's gonna sell within, this product sells a little slower. So I would say we'll probably sell it within 2 months. We're gonna see that the storage fee is 16 cents and we have nothing else besides the inbound shipping. You see how smaller this inbound shipping is compared to this one? This inbound shipping was a total of $9.65 per unit, and this one is only 61 cents estimate, okay? That's still going based off of the $1.75 within our inbound, our inbound shipping. Remember, inbound placement we do pay for within Seller Central, but we are already including it into our inbound shipping. That's just how I do it. I know, like I said, I know that there's sellers that do it different ways. So that's why you will see it says inbound placement $0, but we are including our inbound placement. We're just including it into this estimate right here. I feel like it's a little easier on that end. But yeah, so now let's kind of go over FBM fees, right? So the only thing that you have to change is that you have to toggle off FBM or FBA and then turn on FBM. And then once you toggle on FBM, you're gonna see that it says FBM cost. So that's gonna be your shipping cost. There's a lot of videos and tutorials on YouTube within SellerAmp's YouTube channel on how to calculate FBM shipping. So definitely watch those after this one. But if, let's just say, for example, you were charged about $4.99 for this product, you'll just input $4.99 and you have to make sure to include that FBM cost because you are not going to be basically, you know, getting shipping for free unless you charge the customer. But most customers don't like paying for shipping within Amazon. If they wanted to pay for shipping, they would purchase from somewhere else, right? So in this case, you are going to be avoiding the FBA fee. So let me actually take this out and show you that now. Let's just say that we didn't include the FBM cost yet. The total fees for this product is only $3.23, but that's not realistic because we have to include our shipping. So let's just say it's a baby clothes. So let's just say $4.99 estimate. Then our total that we're going to be charged for shipping fees is $8.21. There's no placement fee with FBM. There's only going to be shipping fee. That's FBM costs. Okay, so you would do that with the same one here. So I would just toggle this off. We see that if we did FBA with this product estimate, Amazon would be receiving about $22. Now, if we do FBM, let's just say that this is a heavy product, so it might not be $4.99, it might be like $14 or whatever. Then we'll see that the total fees, that's if, you know, if the shipping was actually 14, but just for example, then the total fees would be $18.03. So then you can kind of tell what is better if you do FBA and FBM, which product is better to sell on Amazon as FBA, or if you feel like you'll get more profit with FBM, then you can do FBM too, right? You don't have to just do one or the other. You can do both for different products. You can actually do both for the same product, but I don't really recommend that. It's just kind of like a little messy, trying to keep track of an FBA listing within the same listing, and then also your FBM listing. You're gonna basically be on the listing twice, and it's not it. I don't know. I've never done it, but I don't really recommend doing it. It's kind of like extra. But besides that, that is pretty much it when it comes to the fees within calculating your product cost and your product fees before you actually purchase the product. It's very important to do so. Like I said before, SellerAmp, it calculates all of that, okay? You don't really have to worry about hidden fees or anything like that. And if you notice that there is certain fees that you are charged for, you can always include it into your SellerAmp settings. So then you can make sure that you're getting a realistic profit. So then when you get your Amazon payout, you're actually getting what you thought you'd be receiving, right? An estimated payout. But yeah, that's pretty much it when it comes to calculating fees. Now, if you guys learned anything new in this video, make sure to like it up, subscribe for more. And if you want to learn more from me, then you can head over to my YouTube channel, Jazz Hustles. I post every Friday on there. But besides that, like I said, if you have not signed up for SellerAmp yet and you're an Amazon seller, what are you doing? Go to selleramp.com/jazz so then you can try it for free today. And also make sure to follow this YouTube channel. There's so much free, informative Amazon game on here that you're gonna be learning. So make sure to follow it and subscribe. But that's pretty much it. Also make sure to follow SellerAmp on all of their social medias. That's pretty much it with me. I will see you guys soon, and I hope you guys all have a great Q4. Bye.